today's video, I am super excited to show you what's inside this box. This is something I've been waiting on for quite a while from ADE to send, and I finally got my hands on one. So let's get started on what's inside this box. Alright, so what we've got here is the ADE, Advanced Optics Zantitium Pro. And the model number on this is RD3015 Pro. Now, if this sounds familiar, it does, because I have reviewed the ADE Zantitium on the channel already. But this is the Pro model, and there's a lot of cool upgrades to this. So we got our typical packaging from ADE. Get this opened up. We've got the user manual. We've got the warranty stuff, and we've got an install guide for the rubber plate, the congratulations on the purchase, and what to do if you do need to use the warranty. We also got an ADE clean cloth. This is nice. This is the first one I've seen with their logo on it. Really cool. And here we have our Allen wrench. We have an extra O-ring for the battery door. We've got some mounting screws and another Allen wrench, and then the rubber plate to put underneath. We got this that comes with every ADE optic. I never use this. We've got their screwdriver, which I really like to keep this in my range bag because it's a flathead, but it's got the larger side to remove the battery doors and things like that, and then the smaller side to use the locks on the back of the dots and to adjust the dot. Really nice. We also have the mount for a 1913 rail and some extra screws. We won't be using this, and I'll show you why. But if this dot is big, and we'll get into that, but if you want to use it on a rail for an AR, you can. So it's nice it comes with that, and there's 4 extra screws in the bag with this. Let's get into the dot. So we've got another rubber cover on it. It's a nice cover. This same cover came with the Zantitium. And there is our dot. U.S. flag on this side, says designed in Oregon. And got the ADE over here on this side. And we're going to start getting into what the Pro has that the original one does not. The dimensions on this ADE Zantitium Pro, we've got a 2.25 inches on the length. The width on this is 1.4 inches, and our height is 1.27 inches. So I want to give you a window comparison. Got my Strike 80 build here. This gun is clear, nothing in it. But this is the Holosun 507C, which is a pretty decent sized dot. You can see how much bigger the window is on the Zantitium Pro. Alright, I grabbed my Taurus TX22 competition, and this has the ADE Zantitium on it. And you've seen this gun in a lot of videos. I've shot steel challenge matches with it. We've done all kinds of reviews on this gun as we kept adding parts, and the Zantitium's been on it the majority of that time. I would say now this gun's got well over 2,000 rounds on it with the Zantitium, and this has just been a great dot. And it's perfect for the TX22, especially with the mounting system this has on it. Now, let's get into the differences between the Zantitium and the new Zantitium Pro. The original Zantitium just has a 4 MOA red dot. I've got it turned on right now. We'll focus in a little bit. What the Zantitium Pro has over the Zantitium, this has a 2 MOA dot with a 32 MOA circle. So this has a multi-reticle system where the original Zantitium only had the dot. So I'll switch cameras here in a sec and show you what the different reticles look like. You have the option to just run a dot, you have the option to just run a circle, and you have the option to run the dot and circle together. And it reminds you a lot of the Holosuns. Alright, I switched cameras. I wanted to try to show you what the reticle system looks like, but I'm having a hard time picking it up on camera. But you do have the option to cycle through. There's just the dot. Super bright too. No starbursting on this one either. There's your circle. And there is the circle and the dot. Now you can manually shut this dot off. You can hold the down button for 3 seconds to turn off the reticle, and you do the same thing, hold the button down for 3 seconds to turn it back on. Now the reason you use the down button for both of those and not the up button to turn it on is because the up button, when you hold it for 3 seconds, that's what cycles between your 3 different reticles. Now the other big thing the Zantitium Pro has over the Zantitium, this does have motion activation, shake awake, whatever you want to call it, which is really nice because the original one didn't have that. And this dot is also IP67 waterproof. Now, if you forget to turn off the dot, it's no big deal. Let's say you stick it in the gun safe and you forgot to turn off the power to the dot. After 5 minutes, it will shut itself off and it will not turn back on again until you grab it. One other really nice thing about this, top load battery. It runs on a CR2032, which I love because I keep a lot of those in my range bag. So I've always got extra batteries just in case the battery in this would die. Now, one thing I want to stress with this dot, the footprint on this is the Doctor footprint. So it has the same footprint as the Vortex optics, the Burris optics. But this optic will not fit most guns down in the slide cut. Now let me show you why. I've got my Walther PPQ here. Now if you look, this Viper is milled down into the slide. And even though the Zantitium Pro and the Viper have the same footprint, you can see how much longer it is than the Viper. So this optic is not going to fit most guns down in the slide cut. Now with the TX22 competition, you've got this mounting plate that actually mounts to the barrel, and that's why this dot has been perfect for my TX22 competition, because of the huge window, and it just mounts perfect. So if you are going to use this optic on a handgun, you are either going to have to order the additional plate from ADE and remove the rear sight on your gun and use their mounting plate. So keep that in mind. If you do buy this dot, it's not going to fit down in a slide cut. It won't even fit on my Canik TP9SFX with the adapter plate. So this dot is perfect, like I said, for the TX22 competition, or you can use it on a frame mounted red dot mount like you see on open guns, 1911s, things like that. Or you can use the provided 1913 rail adapter that comes with it, and you could use it on an AR-15, a shotgun, whatever you decide to use it on. Alright, this was just a quick unboxing video. Wanted to go over some specs on this. This is actually going to go on the Taurus TX22 competition. So I'm going to go get that mounted up on there now. I'll come back, I'll show you what it looks like. And in the next video, we'll take it to the range and test it out. Alright, we got it mounted on the TX22 competition. Same deal as before. The slide does clear, but just barely. But it's not going to cause any issues. It is not hitting. Alright, let's get this out to the range and see what we think about it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.